All right, here we go. Just a quick snippet from Place Your Bet. By the way, this segment is brought to you by Cali Vegas, helping people just like you create and host your very own radio, TV, or multimedia talk show. Cali Vegas can help you with everything you need to get out sitting in hours of traffic every day and host your very own talk show in your very own studio. Call Cali Vegas right now at 949-445-1119. That's 949-445-1119. Again, 949-445-1119. Or visit them at CaliVegas.com. That's CALI Vegas.com. And tell them Place Your Bet sent you. Yes! All right. Do a little bit of home version of this today, folks. Little Viva Las Vegas going in the background. All right, listen. We got a couple of games coming up real quick that I want to get into. And I'm not going to get into the nuts and bolts of it, but what I will say is there are a couple of games in the Big Ten to pay close attention to. And the first game I'm going to take a look at is the Purdue and Penn State game. The Purdue and Penn State game has a very large line. And the question is a Purdue team at home good enough to win by double digits? Yes, they are. Again, it depends on the competition. Like anything else, now Purdue is one of those teams that will win at home, but they have a hard time sometimes covering at home. I'm not really sure why. They don't really win big, but maybe once out of every 5 or 6 games. Could this be one out of every 5 or 6 games? I don't really know, and I'm not really sure I trust it either. So it's Mackey Arena. Mackey Arena is a very loud stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. But at the same time, I'm not really 100% confident that they can cover the line. So make sure you take a real hard look at that one. By the way, folks, go to placeyourbet.vegas and check that out. Go ahead and check out the characters, which is actually me, Sal the Bookmaker, as well as the pile of money. So we used to have a third character. That third character has since gone out to pasture. So now it's me, the one who makes the picks anyway, and the pile of money, and the pile of money grows. The current record for Place Your Bet is 52 wins against 4 losses. Right. 52-4. It's unbelievable. And I'm here in Vegas. And folks, once in a while I will bet the games myself, but I try to stay away from the casinos as far as betting the games, because then you start getting emotionally attached into the games instead of watching the money like you're supposed to do. Now, for those that don't know what that means, watching the money is pretty much a big deal. Which way is the money going on a particular game? It's not a matter of who's playing, where are they playing, do they cover frequently, like I mentioned in that Purdue game. I was watching the money flow on the Purdue game and another Big Ten game, and that's what led me to that earlier dialogue. And so the retail bettors are looking at that Purdue game and saying, well, should we be betting with the home team or not? Is this guy playing? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're into the heart of the Big Ten schedule, actually getting close to wrapping it up and getting towards that March Madness time. So the teams that are going to win are the ones that are supposed to win. Now the question is, will they win big enough? Well, the money will dictate that, because the money will tell all, and it always tells the truth. Yes, the money always tells the truth. So also, I want you to take another look at the Rutgers hosting Iowa game. Now, Iowa is a very interesting club, and the reason Iowa is interesting is because, this is the one team that I've seen consistently hit the road as a ranked team and be an underdog against an unranked team. Now, this has happened more than once, whether they're playing a Big Ten team or a non-conference team, it doesn't matter. It's just something that happens with Iowa, and I'm not really sure why, and I have an idea why, but I can't really say for sure. But I will say that Iowa is a real hit or miss club. Boy, sometimes they really show up. But again, this is not about what they do on the court. This is about what the money thinks that they're going to do. And so the money has Rutgers a 3.5 to 4 point line. It depends on which house you're using, if it's going to be a major casino here in Las Vegas or it's going to be an online venue. There are plenty of betting services out there. In fact, my buddies over at ProPicks, go ahead and check them out. And that's, I think it's propicks.com if I'm not mistaken. Go see Rob. But the fact is, Hey, you owe us money, by the way. But the fact is, these online betting venues have a little bit different line because they get a different level of action. So you have to ask yourself, which ones are not only more advantageous, being online or in the casinos? Should I be looking at those? Should I be looking at the William Hills of the world? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of William Hill. By the way, I mentioned your name too, William Hill. You Place Your Bet some money too. Go to placeyourbet.vegas, hit the credit card logo for PayPal, and pay us. Anyway, but the Iowa-Rutgers game is very intriguing for a lot of reasons. I'll let you break that down on your own and try to figure out why that game is so intriguing. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that Purdue and Penn State game goes off in about 15 minutes or so you may want to go check that out quickly. And, you know, the last line I saw, in fact, I'm going to go to it right now. Bear with me here. Can you get any closer? Yeah. All right. The last line I saw for Purdue was, I see 12. 12 and some houses is 13. It's between 12 and 13. And the over and under looks like a solid 139. So pay attention to that over and under. In fact, probably more than anything, I got to tell you, I don't think they're going to be going over 139.5. It opened up at 139.5. I don't think they're going to be going over that 139.5 at all. If anything, this looks like a Purdue cover and an under on the total. This is just one guy's opinion. You never know, right? So nonetheless, go to placeyourbet.vegas and check out the subscriptions, and then I can give you a solid pick on where you should be going or should be considering going. Because remember, we are an information service. We don't book bets. We don't claim to book bets. We don't know nothing. It's always been that way. That's why we're 52 wins against 4 losses. I do want to mention one thing in the football world, and it actually has a little bit of a spin to basketball. And this was the ongoing saga with Colin Kaepernick and his protesting, and then the settlement from the National Football League, which is just one guy's opinion. Look, I don't know Colin Kaepernick. I don't know anything about him other than what the media portrays. But it sure seems to me that he likes to do things when the cameras are on instead of when the cameras are not on. I have not seen him personally, it's just my opinion, have not seen him put monies into the causes that he claims that he was advocating. But then again, some players are private, some players are not private. I know some guys from the NFL that certainly are private about what they do, and they don't let anybody see. But it occurs to me that the Colin Kaepernick collusion case, so to say, was strictly about money and nothing more. Because you see, if you take the Eric Reid signing, Eric just signed 3 years, $22 million, whatever the hell, and then he played last season on top of it. So Eric probably National Football League. Yes, in my opinion, he stole $100 million, or that's what it's going to be, because we already saw, $90 or $89 million go to this cause where Anquan Boldin conveniently retired from the NFL just so he could go run this slush fund for these social justice programs. Sure love to see where the $89 million that the NFL already put up for this issue or these issues. I'd love to see the line item expenditures for that, but then again, it's a private organization, so you're not going to see it. But remember, Anquan Boldin probably paid himself one hell of a salary. In fact, some of his NFLPA colleagues had said they were grumbling about, well, hey, where's the money going? Where's the money? How come he's paying himself? Blah, 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 all that other fun stuff. Look, all of this money, all these settlements, all this everything that the money is allegedly going for, if there is going to be a settlement for a cause in which Colin Kaepernick decided, I want to be a martyr, I'm going to go ahead and be the martyr over all this, all the money should go towards the causes and not towards his pocket. That's how that one works. So I think the rest of it's bullshit, but then again, I could call bullshit because it's my opinion and I'm entitled to it. So I don't give a damn what these players are settling for. I don't like to talk about money on Place Your Bet. I don't like to talk about money on the Sports Circus either. By the way, Place Your Bet is a Sports Circus production. Just make sure you go to thesportscircus.com and you can read all about The Sports Circus, which is a Monday through Friday nationally syndicated primetime radio show carried over CBS Fox, NBC sports affiliates from coast to coast, in addition to NBC News, CNBC Financial, ABC News, Westwood One News, USA Radio News affiliates, again, from coast to coast. And check out the lineup, folks. The lineup's incredible. So I host and produce that show with incredible guests from sports, whether they're Hall of Famers, whether they're studio heads from the entertainment business, Grammy Award-winning artists, and so forth and so on. Check it out, folks. I have to give a little plug, of course, for the Sports Circus. But nonetheless, back to this football. Look, at the end of the day, the fans are the ones that are getting ripped off out of all of this, like it or not. That's exactly what happens, and it's total BS. I can't stand the fact that these players are manipulating the fans in the way that they are. And they should be ashamed of themselves. It's total bullshit. But then again, that's one guy's opinion. And there's a lot of sympathizers with guys like Colin Kaepernick and Eric Reid. Remember, they didn't have to do what they did. They had a purpose in mind, and they knew damn well what they were doing. Those guys knew they were going to win a lot of money for standing up to something that is insurmountable in everyone else's opinion. But those guys are not making a difference in anything. They haven't made a difference in anything. The guys that make the difference are the ones that actually do something with their monies, and they donate to causes, and they donate their time when there's no money that is actually on the line. They're not looking for a pat on the head. They're not looking for recognition. They don't do things when the cameras are on. They do them when the cameras are off. And so those are the ones that deserve a tip of the cap. And there's a bunch of guys out there. In fact, we had one on the show just a couple of weeks ago. He was in studio. That was Marlon Greenwood. And Marlon's a great guy. And Marlon runs the MG52 or MG52.org organization. Check that out. And we're not getting paid to say that. Marlon Greenwood's a great guy and a friend of the Sports Circus and of Place Your Bet. So make sure you check his foundation out because he really helps the at-risk youth. And he really does what he says. I've been to his events, and I know those events. So he's not publicizing them and looking for a pat on the head. Unlike Colin Kaepernick, who's looking for something when the media is actually on him, when the cameras are on him. We don't do that. Anyway, folks, we're running on time here. Make sure you check out that Purdue and Penn State game, and also check out the Iowa at Rutgers game. A couple of really good games there, and these are, in my opinion, fairly predictable. But remember, go to placeyourbet.vegas. Pick up one of those subscriptions for one of those games or both of those games. Those are fairly easy picks, in my opinion. Remember, we're 52 wins against 4 losses. Lots more to come here, and we're reorganizing the show. As a matter of fact, Place Your Bet is going to be rolled into the back end of the Sports Circus. The Sports Circus is expanding yet again and is a nationally syndicated show, so you'll be able to listen and watch Place Your Bet. That segment, actually, it's probably going to be a half an hour segment in the Sports Circus. So it's going to be in prime time, available from coast to coast, from Honolulu all the way to New York and Toronto, down to Florida, etc. Again, remember, check us out at thesportcircus.com and also placeyourbet.vegas. And be sure to go and pick up one of those subscriptions. And remember, today's show was brought to you by Legal Shield, providing legal protection and peace of mind for less than $1 a day. Give them a call at 213-245-1305. That's 213-245-1305. Call them right now, 213-245-1305. Legal Shield, legal help for less than $1 a day. And that is all. So long, everyone.